Meet the car that will be the fastest, most powerful ever produced in Australia. After years of leaks and speculation, Holden performance brand HSV has finally released the details of its new flagship model. The Gen F version of the HSV GTS has a new 6.2 litre supercharged V8, and it's good for 430 kilowatts of power and a hefty 740 newton metres of torque. Borrowed from the Chevy Camaro LS1, it makes it one of the most powerful four-door cars in the world. But getting that engine into the Commodore body, which was a top-secret program that started in December 2009, was no easy feat. At times, the various engineering challenges threatened to derail the program.
LSA did present a lot of challenges getting it in to the Commodore platform, even though it was in the Camaro. A lot of things didn't go in as planned, so the engine sits a little higher, the transmission's a little bigger, so it didn't quite fit in the tunnel. It was one of those things where every corner we looked around there was another issue, but it took months, probably 4 months, before we were confident we could do it. Once we had a sniff, once we saw it was in Camaro, we knew it wouldn't be acceptable to the Australian public for us not to put this in because it looked too hard. So, look, it got close, but it was never any doubt, I guess, in my mind that we're going to pull this off.
Cooling the engine was a particular challenge that required the fitment of more hardware, as well as a unique front bumper to feed more air in.
I'd say cooling was probably one of our biggest challenges on this car. The guys that worked on the Camaro project in the States, they'd established a certain cooling area that needed to be met on the LSA engine. We basically had to find an extra 2/3 extra of cooling air in front of the radiator, and you can see we've tried to do that in a way that we still maintain our twin nostril grille, and it doesn't look like one big open hole, but it certainly has a very thrusting performance car look with this additional intake we've had to put above the number plate.
So much power needs a lot of cooling, and we've really worked hard on this. Every part of the engine that needed cooling has got a unique cooler to it. So the car performs very well in hot conditions as well as cold conditions.
As well as the engine, the new Gen F GTS gets bigger brakes front and rear, with mighty 6-piston calipers and race car-like discs. There's also a new torque vectoring system, which uses the stability control to brake the inside wheel during cornering, thereby sending more torque to the outside rear wheel. It's all about improving handling and speed. The Gen F GTS also gets a much more upmarket interior, with suede finishes and unique stitching. Not to mention the new driver performance dial, which allows the driver to adjust the stability control, suspension, power steering feel, exhaust sound and torque vectoring. All up there are 4 modes: touring, sport, performance and race-focused track. HSV also gave the GTS a unique look designed to make it stand out from the regular HSV range.
In the past, GTSs have looked pretty similar to the rest of the range, and of course we do have a couple of cues that perhaps signal to the enthusiast that it's in fact a different car. But with this car having the supercharged engine, we wanted to signal to the greater public that this was something incredibly special, and we decided to tool up a completely new front end identity to the car, and also at the back end we wanted to make sure absolutely was in no doubt that they're following a GTS.
The new Gen F GTS goes on sale in August 2013, priced from less than $100,000, and already buyers are queuing up to own one.